Hey everybody, it's Real Tech Right. Today I want to do a review on my Cricket LG X Power. Now I am absolutely happy, very happy with this phone. Now before I get into everything, there's a couple questions I want to make sure I get answered that I was asked. Now first of all, when you look, you can see the FM radio there. It's actually quite nice. Now you do need to have your headphones plugged in for it to work, but you don't have to. It's not like some of those ones where you go off of the internet to use them. This, you do not have to have the internet connected at all. You just tap on it, and I'll just tell you that you need your headphones in, and you put your headphones in. Boom, done. And you're listening to the radio, and like I said, you don't need the internet to do it. So if anywhere you can get connection, as long as you have headphones plugged in, you're good to go. Now another question was, can you move the apps to the SD card? I'm going into settings, as you can see, and I'm going to scroll down and tap on apps. Oop, I goofed up, but you can see the apps. I'll show you that it works. When you tap on the game, see how it has storage? Tap on storage, and it'll have, it's on SD card right now, and you can change. Now not all of your apps are going to be able to move to the SD card, but the fact is that you can move them. So I know there's a lot of people that worry about stuff like that. Now another thing is people asked me was, how do you do a screenshot on here? Well, on here, on this side, you have your power button. On this side, you have your volume up and down. It's very simple. You just hold down the volume down and power, and you got your screenshot. Plain and simple. Now, there's something I want to show you. The battery life on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I can get 15 hours screen on time pretty much like in normal use. But on this use, I got 9 hours and 3 minutes. But that's not the amazing part. That is pretty cool. But what I want you to focus on is usage on 81 hours, 18 minutes. That's 18 hours in between charging. And I still got the 9 hours, 3 minutes. So when you think about that, 72 hours is 3 days. So that's like 3 days, 9 hours in between. I got a cat trying to video bomb me. Yeah, 3 days, 9 hours in between charging, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, in general, everyday use, this phone actually works great. Now, if you have like an octa-core or a hex-core or whatever processor, yes, things are going to run smoother. This is the 1.3 gigahertz quad core. So, yes, it's not going to run as fast as like those 1.8 gigahertz octa-core processors, stuff like that. So, sometimes apps may take a couple seconds longer to open, stuff like that. But in the end, like just like when I'm in my main screen, everything works great. Tap on Facebook once, and it's opened up. So it may take a second or two more than like the faster processors. But I mean, I cannot complain. Like I said, the battery life is great. Talking on it, the calls on my end are clear. Calls on the other end are clear. I haven't had any complaints about here. Like as far as I can't complain about how well I hear people. No one's complained about how they hear me. The cameras, okay, the front or the back camera here is 8 megapixel. Is it going to be as good as the high-end phones? No. Remember, this is a mid-range, lower to mid-range phone. Don't expect to get perfect, absolutely gorgeous, like, magazine quality pictures. It's not going to happen. It's not what this phone is meant for. It takes good pictures. If you want great pictures, go ahead and spend the $400 on a phone and get your absolutely gorgeous pictures. For me, this does perfectly well. And the selfie cam is 5 megapixels. And you know what? It does the job. It's not perfect, but it does, for what it does great. Now, right now, this phone is still $9.99 on the Cricket website till the January 5th. Which means, say you want to get this for your kids or even for you, it's $9.99 plus whatever plan you decide. Because like what I'm doing is with my other phone line, I'm actually going to be, when this runs out, I'm going to be switching this phone with my other phone back and forth. And so I just did the $30 plan because it worked out perfect. But you think about it. You say you want to get this for your kid or something like that. Your kid needs a phone. Great phone. You think about it. Like, for example, $40.49 is what was spent on this for the phone and for the first month service. I mean, it can't go wrong. $9.99 for this phone is a steal. And you want to know something? For the $9.99 price tag, these cameras work more than good enough. I mean, these are great cameras for a $10 phone. Like I said, the phone runs smooth enough. I play Cookie Jam, Words with Friends, other games on here, and they all run smooth. Maybe a tiny bit of lag occasionally, but I mean, it's a quad-core processor, so it's not going to handle the highest end of games perfectly. But watching videos on this, I have no complaints on. And if you can see, the screen is plenty bright enough, and I keep it on 46%. I can see everything perfectly fine. Now, if you're outside and it's sunny, you might want to turn it on a little bit higher, so you can see a little bit better, but I mean, honestly, even at $100, this phone is actually great. I mean, I have not found any complaints about this phone, from my end. I mean, I use apps like Telegram. I use Facebook Messenger. Like I said, I play Words with Friends. I do all kinds of the Amazon shopping. I keep track of all my YouTube stuff on here. I listen to music. I listen to the FM radio to listen to Packer games because I don't have cable. Works great. I mean, I absolutely cannot complain. I mean, it doesn't do the screen justice in the picture, but that's at 46%. I mean, it is actually a really nice screen. And another thing, like I said when I first got this, with the back, the way it has that kind of the grippy feel to it, it's really easy to hold on to. And actually, I love my ZTE Grand X Max 2, which, in case you didn't know, is what I record on. I love that phone. But you know what? I love this 5.3-inch screen even better. I mean, I actually prefer the size of this phone to my ZTE Grand X Max 2. It just fits so nice in the hand. And I mean, and if you're a LG fan, obviously you know how that you can tap on. You gotta tap in the right spot. Damn it. Okay, that didn't quite go as planned because it's being stubborn right now. But you tap on, double tap to tap off. It does work. It's just being stubborn because I'm on camera trying to show it off. And in case you can't see, like, you can arrange your keys. Normally you have your back and you have your 3 keys. Well, I have the other one on here, which when you tap it, brings up your phone, calculator, video, email, file manager, all that stuff. And I just keep it on there because it's actually pretty handy. But if anybody has any questions on this phone, if there's something I haven't answered or something you are wondering, I will check it out. I will get back to you. I just want to thank you for tuning in. This is my official review, and just thank you to everybody that watches, comments, subscribes, everybody. Like I said before, without you guys, I couldn't do this. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.